there are blackberries growing and raspberries growing. Snozberries taste like snozberries. Hi everybody, welcome to the show. Today is episode 155. I guess this will be about crocheting for the house. I have a bunch of finished items, but there's really only two things that I just made multiple times for the home. I didn't get any of the dog sweaters. I think I needed a break from the dogs. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am. This is Brienne Sir Brienne of the Seven Kingdoms. What is your name now? Is she handed the king now? I don't remember how it ended. How you doing? Okay. I don't think you've ever seen Brienne before because she's usually hiding in my bedroom. But it's a beautiful day. All the windows are open. There's a nice breeze. There is a ton of birds outside right now. Let's start the show. So, like I said, I was doing a lot of home stuff okay, here's the thing. Being neurodivergent, was there ever any question? I love when I say that and I'm expecting people to be, oh, not you. Yes, me. Hello. I have an aversion to a lot of things, but one of the big things, I have an aversion to certain colors. And those colors are orange and brown. I don't like looking at the colors. I don't like touching anything that is those colors. I don't want to look at them. Do you see there's orange right there on the cat food? I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so, that little bit of orange. That is the new cat food, the kitten food. So eventually, there's the cat food. So the cat food is pink. The kitten food is orange. And I know how stupid it is, but... So I also use a lot of Kleenex. And when you buy Kleenex out here, you can buy it, like, buy one thing, but we buy them in a pack of, like, I don't know, 8 or something. And you can't really pick the colors. And they don't have nice colors anyway, so my husband came home with this. Mind you, yellow is not one of my favorite colors, but I don't have an aversion to yellow. It's just not my favorite. I actually look good in some yellows, and of course green I love, but there's that is peach and orange and yellow. That's not red. It looks red, but that's not red. That's orange. Oh, no, that's still orange. It's like a brighter orange. And I was like, oh my God, I can't have this out. Just looking at it, like, I cannot. No, absolutely not. So I just crocheted a cozy for it. So it can just be black now and it won't bother me. So I made 2 black ones. One for the living room, one for my bathroom, because I'm going with black for my bathroom. And then for out here I did, these are almost Halloween colors too, and you think, but Kay, this is Halloween, you should be fine. No, I don't like orange. This one actually isn't too bad because it actually looks like carrot sticks. It looks like salad with like blueberries and carrot sticks and pine nuts maybe. or sunflower seeds. And some purple could be like cabbage. Like I can see this as a salad. So it doesn't bother me that much. And it's mostly purple, which I love purple. But like for out here, I decided to go with the mint green because, you know, mint green is one of my favorite colors to look at. It's very soothing for me to... Why is this one... I don't think this one's stretched as much. And the other one I think I put on when it was a little bit not as dry. I just need to get it to come down here and it'll figure it out. My cat likes to eat the tissues. So I did mint green for out here because everything's white and I didn't want a big black. I thought the black would be more conspicuous out here because this is really sunny and bright out here. But it's also, you can see this so much more than, I mean, you can see through this one too, but not nearly as much. But anyway, it really doesn't matter. It was just so I'm not looking at orange or brown. Because it makes me not feel good to see those colors. Sometimes, like this, animal print, brown and tan, this is like a red in here. This does not bother me, and I can't tell you, I don't know why. It just doesn't. There are rules, I guess. I'm not sure. So the other thing I made were these, it's not really a towel topper, it's a towel holder. This is my own pattern. I made this up. Should I show you in the mint green? I think that shows up the best. So you start here and you make the strap first, and then when you have the ends of the strap, you just single crochet across the strap, and then you start there. And then what holds the towel, this is a Romani lace cord, so you make this lace cord, and that is what you fold your towel and thread it through, and then it'll hold your towel for you. And then you loop this through whatever, and it holds your towel. Unlike your stove or your refrigerator or anywhere, because I used to make them by like working into the towel, and I don't like that because I don't like, that's, first of all, it's too much work. And then like you're stuck with that color on that towel, and so maybe my towel could look better with different colors. So I use this color for spring, I use this color for summer, and whenever, obviously. These have not been blocked, that's why they don't look the greatest, because I didn't block them because I just finished. This is for fall. And then this is for winter. I do green, dark green. I wanted to do purple, but I don't have any purple. Purple would probably be good for summer, yes. But these are all the colors I had already on hand. I don't use a lot of cotton. When I do use cotton, it's for these so since we got kitchen towels, we finally decided, I just decided I'm going black with everything. All the towels, every color is just going to be black. Because all our furniture is gray. We weren't able to get black furniture. So like all the wood and the other furniture pieces, like the tables, the TV, we have curio cabinets. Those are all black wood. So then the furniture is gray. So I decided for all the towels and mats, rugs, everything. I'm just gonna go black, and then we can do little pops of color like this, because my husband doesn't care what color anything is. He doesn't care about the decorate. He's just like, whatever you want, I don't care. But he doesn't let me get too Halloween with it. Like, I can't do skulls everywhere. But his sister just brought us a skeleton pumpkin, like a pumpkin skull. I think it's more, what's the, I'm gonna get it wrong. The Day of the Dead, right? In Latin American countries. Is it Dios de los Muertos? I took Spanish in school, and to be honest, I don't remember, like, and I can understand it more than I can speak it, like, if I hear it. Here's why. Because one time in class, I had to say something out loud, and I was supposed to say the suitcase is very heavy, which is la maleta, and I said la muerta is very heavy, and the entire class, including the teacher, were, like, belly laughing and tears rolling down their eyes because I said the dead body is very heavy. Which, looking back, I probably would have said that on purpose if I had known that's what I was saying. I would have said that instead of the suitcase is very heavy. But like after the whole class, like the entire class laughing at me along with the teacher was not a unique experience for me when it came to school. I was genuinely unliked by everyone, except for the other kids that got teased. That I was friends with them, like the smelly kid, the fat kid, the poor kid. I was in that group of people, and they were very nice, by the way. They were very nice to me, and I was very nice to them. People are jerks. So anyway, that ruined Spanish for me forever. So I made these. I already had one of these. This is why I only made one, is because I already had one. So I only made one. I don't know why I had to make two. Just to have more than one. Because we put one on our oven, which doesn't even work. The oven is broken. The stove works. It's missing buttons. And it doesn't turn off all the way, but the oven doesn't even work. I think I want to put one on the refrigerator because it's lower in the... I need at least two. I don't know if I'll end up making three because he put one under the sink, but I don't really like that one there. But anyway, I made two so I'd have them. So that's what I was doing this week. I also started physical therapy. So for my pain and it's not medical. I have to pay for it. Well, my husband's paying for it. I don't have any money. For my pain and for mobility and stuff as I age, trying to get them to teach me how to do stuff so I can age, better than I am. Anyway, the thing is that I come home from PT 2 mornings a week. So I come home and I pass out for a few hours because I have fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, and menopause. So I am a mess. So I come home and he couldn't even make me something to eat before I fell asleep. He's like, I'm gonna make you some lunch. And then he said he came in and I was passed out. And then the next 2 days I'm in excruciating pain and can't move and stuff. So I have not been able to work because that's 1 day with a 2-day recovery. So that's 6 days of the week that are useless for me. And then after a couple of weeks, I think a month. So I've had 2 weeks, so 2 more weeks. It'll go down to once a week. So then it's only a 3-day commitment. That's what I think people don't understand about chronic illness, is that even if I go out, my appointments are for 1 hour. I go out for 1 hour, and that ruins 3 days for me. 3 days in a row. I'm cooked. I'm done. It ruins my sleep because I come home and nap, and then I don't sleep that night. And then then that whole next day is ruined also because I am tired. So I have to stay up the whole next day in order to sleep that night. Otherwise, it just perpetuates the cycle, and then I can't sleep at all, and it's a pain. So anyway, if you deal with chronic illness, you already know what I'm talking about, but a lot of people don't understand that. You're like, oh, it's 1 hour. It's 1 hour twice a week. How hard can that be for you? It's very hard. It's very hard. And who knows if it'll, I mean, in theory, it should get easier each time, right? Maybe I'll come home one day and won't fall asleep. I don't know. But this is the fifth time I've come home and just passed out. That's what happens. So I have no whips right now because I just finished weaving all those ends in this morning. I'm going to start 2 sweaters for Brody, which I've already showed you, but I haven't actually cast those. I was actually just going through because I had to make the pattern, because I had the pattern for Lola, and who is a girl, she was a girl dog, so I had to redo, make it fit the boy, a boy dog, and then also fit Pops, go from Lola to Pops, and Pops is a little bit smaller than her, and then Brody is bigger, but also a boy. So I was going through all of my notes and the pattern that I was working on, and I was like, did I even, like, this is so stupid, that when I'm working on the patterns, right, I use a notebook. So I just go through here, let me get to where, and then I just random notes. So I don't even know, like, which ones I tried and which ones didn't work. Like, I don't know which one is my final version this works, because I didn't mark any of them to say, version 1, version 1.2, version 1.3. Like, no, I don't even know which one. And it's because it's been a couple weeks since I think I finished Brody's last time that I sat down with you, which was like 2 weeks ago. So, because I've been doing the PT and nothing. Which is another thing. But anyway, so I haven't done, I finished Brody's, and then I don't remember anything. I don't remember. I have to take such good notes because I won't remember things. Like, everyone's always made fun of me, like, my whole life because I can't remember things, but I think it's really like a problem, like, in my brain. I think it's a brain problem. I think there is a reason that I cannot remember things, and I don't know what it is, but I've always had trouble remembering things, especially, like, people's names and stuff like that. Numbers, right? Numbers and names and stuff. So, like, you see me, I can't remember a word half the time. Like, this is a real problem. And it's always been dismissed as, no, you're just stupid. And I don't think I'm stupid. I think I have a problem remembering things. Like, my husband will start talking about something we did or a conversation we had, and he'll be like, do you remember? And I'm like, I have no memory of this whatsoever. We will watch movies, and he's like, you've seen this before. And I'm like, no, I haven't. And I will go the whole movie and be like, I never saw that before. So I think there's a real problem. And instead, it's like, no, you're stupid. And my husband does not call me stupid. I'm going to say that. My husband, I think, thinks it's cute, especially when I can't remember names of things and I have to make up a word. Like, I couldn't think of a snowplow, so I said snow pusher because I couldn't think of snowplow. And then I couldn't think of Gatorade, so I said red drink, because I couldn't think of Gatorade. But usually they're funnier. But those are the only two I can remember right now. But I'm always like trying to figure words and then I can't find the right word. Anyway. Oh, also I want to show you. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place today. This is the yarn for my cardigan. 220 Superwash Cascade. This is color 1910. Who knows what that is? It's this really pretty heathered bluey gray. It's very pretty, actually. It's a light turquoise and gray. So I was thinking about throwing some pink on it. There's 5. Usually yarn comes in a pack of 5. If you don't know that, usually it comes in a pack of 5. I don't know why that is, because this would hold a pack of 3, I think. An extra third, you could get 6. I don't know why they come in. So typically, if you're ordering yarn, I try to go with what number comes bagged, so they will just send me a bag. And this is from Little Knits. They always have sales. That's how they get me with their sales. And you can buy it per bag. So you know that all of these are going to match. These dye lots are going to match because they're in a bag together. These are all lot 04. These are lot 04 on all of them. So you know how it comes, or if they allow you to buy, but that's why I like Little Knits, to be honest, is because you can buy a whole bag at a time. This is obviously not a color I would wear. It's a little too muted for me, plus I don't like blue. I'll show you the pants I'm wearing today. Wearing blue pants. I can't even say I don't like blue because I'm wearing blue pants. Cute idiot. Not a fan of blue though. Really not. I think I could make a nice, like a medium lavender, but even that's not going to be enough. And since I already have dark purple. And the reason I'm not using the dark purple for the next cardigan is because it's mohair. It's one strand of fingering and one strand of mohair. And I don't like to rip out mohair and work it more than once, and this is something that's going to be ripped out and reworked because I have to make the sweater. I have to make it, like make the pattern and everything. So, I mean, I will take an existing pattern and have to modify it to fit me. And so that's going to take some trial and error, and I will have to rip out some and rework it. So I don't want to do that with mohair. I will make the mohair one as soon as I have a working pattern that I know fits, which is what this is for. So I don't know. This is why I haven't dyed it yet, is because I haven't really decided if I just want to go straight black or if I want to try purple, but I already have purple mohair. Do I really need 2 purple cardigans? No. But because it's blue, I'm like, hey, we could make this purple. Which I don't need to do, right? I don't need to, do I need a lavender cardigan? Like, I kind of think I do, but would I? No, I wouldn't wear it. Everything I want to wear is black, so I shy away from color because would I really wear? But then see, like, once I have a bunch of black cardigans, then I can make a lavender one if I wanted. But like if I only have one cardigan and it's lavender, I'm not going to want to wear it because it's not black. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm going to reach for black every time. So any color seems like a waste of work when I might wear it 1 or 2 times, right? The other thing, because I was thinking about the next 3 months, right? Because I do we're in the middle of fall knitting, so it's August, September, October is fall. Right? Is that the next? Whatever. So October's out. I'm not going to do anything for October because October is the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along, the MCAL for the shawl MCAL he does every year. So that's what happens in October. So don't even talk to me about October. I'm not doing anything but that all October. October is already marked off and set. That's what I do every October. No surprise. So it means this month, which is already half over. Is it half over? It's twice half. It's mostly over. We've got like 10 days, less than 10 days left. So, so we're really talking about September next month. So, am I going to knit a sweater? I think no. And here's why. I still have 2 Brody sweaters to do, which I might be able to get done in the next 10 days. I could probably get both of those done if I sit down and pay attention, and if I work through the PT screwing everything up. Okay, so, because that's 6 days of my week where I'm a mess. And if I'm overly tired, I'm no good at knitting. I need to knit something stupid, like a hat in the round. That's why I usually have a hat going. I don't have a hat going right now because I didn't make it. But I did want to frog the black one and make it smaller. I should probably do that so I have something to do when I'm too tired. But one of the things I wanted to do, where's my phone? My table is not in here and I didn't want to go get it, so I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants right now. So one of the other things I wanted to do is Basic Halloween Knits by Allison Van Zant. How cool of a name is that, Allison Van Zant? Aren't you frickin' cool? Okay. These are 2x2 ribbed arm warmers with a thumb. And this is self-striping yarn from PK Yarns. Hand painted by Pamela Kirschman. It's an Etsy shop. MS Pamela Originals. This colorway is Green Canyon. I got this many years ago. It's grays and green in this, what do they call this? It's like an everlasting gobstopper. That's all I can think of. This is a great green, though, nice bluey green, which is my favorite, a dark bluey green. Love it. 2 grays, not really black. It's a pretty dark gray, but see these 2 grays. I'm not sure I would call that black. I think I might call that, but see, this is a charcoal, so I'm really not sure what to call that one. This is a nice gray, though. Very pretty. This is self-striping, so I figured it would go nice with that, yes. And then I think, I don't really hate, here's the thing. Because I've been talking all year, I think, about hand warmers. And I just can't, this has been my problem forever about hand warmers. I want to make them so bad, but I never make them. And I'm trying to figure out what the block is. Like, there's obviously some sort of mental block when it comes to making arm warmers. Otherwise, I would have made them already. Like, there's something holding me back from making arm warmers, and I think it has to do with fit. And I think if I made them a 2x2 rib, which is honestly not my favorite thing. I don't like ribbing. I really don't like it. But it's going to fit really well when it's done. So it kind of is worth it, I think, to deal with the aggravation of knitting rib, because I'd rather just knit a hat in the stockinette hat in the round all day long. I would rather just knit in the round, knit. I would rather just do that on 16s. On the 16th. That is probably my most favorite thing to knit is anything in the round that I can knit on a 16-inch circulars. That's my favorite thing to do. Which, hats, right? Hats. And I do wear hats in the winter. I wear hats. I love fingering weight hats. Those are my favorite thing to wear because they're not too hot and they're not too tight and too loose, and I also like to knit them. So I don't know why I don't have one going all the time, but I do have that one that's too big, and I would like to bring it down, reknit it. It's like I could have that going, and I should have that going. I also have the hexagon cardie that I haven't worked on at all, just because I was working on the home stuff, and that's not like a priority for me to make. And I don't know why, because I could wear that during the day just sitting in here. So I could work on that too, but I don't. I don't know why, because it's not a hat in the round. But anyway, I was figuring. Here's the thing too, though. I also have an aversion to cutting yarn. I don't like to cut yarn. I hate cutting it, and I know I would have to split this in half and make sure that the colors match, and I have to make sure I do them the right way, because I don't think this is a palindrome, which is the same forward as backwards. It probably only goes one way. I'm not sure. I'd have to check how it comes out, because I don't know, and it doesn't say so on here. I'm also thinking I shouldn't start with self-striping. That I should just pick any of my numerous fingering weight. I don't know how many. More than 10, more than 20, more than 30. I should, once my room is done, once my craft room is done, I should probably take you guys through. It'd be like a hoarder house, but a room full of yarn and fiber, and I would probably be too embarrassed to show you all, actually, but that is something I should do, to show you what I have. It's outrageous, but I'm thinking I should just take any one of those just random fingering skein that I got who knows where. I have so many. I have more than 30. I have to have more than 30. And that's not the ones that I have bought with certain things in mind. I'm saying that I just randomly liked the color of picked up one day. I should take any of those, literally any of those. But I have such high hopes for them that I don't think I could I could take one skein of bare yarn and knit and dye it up just with the intention of doing. I could use it bare. Maybe that's what I need to do, is make it bare. But then I won't ever wear them, so what is the point of that? I won't do that. Like the dog sweater I'll make up bare, because it takes me like 8 hours of work, and I know I have to take it. It's in a donut anyway. I have to reskein it to dye it anyway. So if I was going to dye yarn for arm warmers and it wasn't going to be black, what would I do? And it's bare yarn, so I can do any color I want. No clue. What would I do? I don't know. No frickin' idea. I could also buy a cheap skein of fingering weight. That's like, I don't know, $9, and make arm warmers. But I'm so afraid of cutting that yarn and ruining it that I'm too afraid to get started. So I think that's my problem. I have to find a way to pick up. I thought I could ruin this, and as I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't even want to unwind it from this ball because it looks so cool. I don't even want to unwind the ball. Seriously. I have a problem. I have a serious problem. And you think, why would I just make it black then? Why don't I just make a pair of black arm warmers? Isn't that what I want to do? Just make a pair of black arm warmers? I don't know, is it? So yes, next week I should have the two Brody sweaters done. I should have started on, I have to start on Nux because we're going to be into September. And I definitely want everyone to have two sweaters by the time like September ends. You got it. You know where I am right there. And I still got to put sleeves on this. None of the sweaters have sleeves. I was going to do all the sweaters and then do sleeves all at once because they're so fiddly and little that it kind of seems like pointless to do like one sweater. Plus, they're not really going to need those until it's cold enough out, and then to have sleeves. And they're perfectly wearable without the sleeves. So I'll do those, figure out what I'm going to use the mitts, because I'm getting away from my goal of being mindful in what I'm making by making this stuff for the house, because I do not need mint green tissue covers. This was just so I had something to work on, because it's like, what else am I going to do with my time? I don't know. And the yarn was different. This is Lily's Sugar and Cream. You know, that you can get at Walmart. You can get it everywhere. But this color, Beach Glass, was very different than the black. It even came out different. It worked up different. It feels very different. It's almost like crunchy. Like there's so much dye in here, and trust me, to get cotton this black, you have to use a lot of dye. But it feels completely different than this green. Is super soft. It's very, very soft and squishy, and this is harder, and I don't like it. I don't want to touch it. It's crunchy almost. And I did not like working with this at all. This was so much better to work with than this. My train of thought crashed. There were no survivors. Whatever. That's the squirrel in my brain is just my over-caffeinated squirrels in my brain. I've never heard something more accurate about what I feel like happens in my brain. Over-caffeinated squirrels. Absolutely. Anyway. Dog sweaters and yarn for hand warmers. Ribbed hand warmers. I think that's the best way to go, because then they'll be kind of stretchy to fit my hand, and fit won't be such a problem. I just don't know if I'm going to like the look of a 2x2 rib. Because I love the look of stockinette. I absolutely love how a stockinette, especially hand-painted yarns, I love how they look in stockinette. That's why I'm thinking, if I'm going to do I even bother making ribbed? Should I just make the wine-colored ones that are DK? Well, I don't know. Why don't I just do that? I fucking don't know. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I mean, it could have a ribbed pair. Maybe they become my favorite pair. I don't know. But I feel like I should just make one and see what happens. I got to figure out what my mental block is for the hand warmers, because I want them made. So I'm tired of talking about it. I want to get them done, and I don't know what my hang up is. I got to think about it. Maybe I got to journal about it. I don't know. Why won't you make arm warmers? What's wrong with you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what maybe it'll come to me in a dream. I don't know. Okay, I'm getting out of here because I got to let the dogs out. It's almost lunchtime. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time. Okay? Bye.